Hey everyone, and welcome back to Just Games in Rochester, New York for the Store Championships. My name is Tim.
And Brandon.
And we've got the second round here between JJ on the left playing Haarpsichord and Mike on the right playing Jesminder, who is one of the new ones. She was brand new at this time.
Right.
This was back in February, of course. And so what her ability does is she gets to avoid the first tag during a run. Is it every run or per turn? Do you remember?
It is every run.
Oh, okay.
It is every run. And interesting to note, she does not combo well with the guy who gives you the card after the run. I cannot remember his name.
Oh, Masanori.
Thank you, John
Masanori.
Masanori.
Because it is not during the run, it's after the run.
After the run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But
so actually against Haarpsichord, she should be pretty good because you'll just walk through Data Ravens, walk through Gutenbergs.
Yep.
And even, do you avoid one of the news team tags too?
You can avoid one of the news team tags. The great combo that I've played is the Maya. You basically take the news team as the -1, and then you fire Maya to shove that news team back underneath the deck. So it feels so good. So good.
Just moneying up, it looks like, drawing up. And
And
that's actually Maya. Maya, I think, by itself is a good console, but with Jesminder is a very good console, I would say. And actually, against these kill decks can be really strong because you just bury all the kill pieces.
Yep.
It's kind of like a soft imp, I would say. But it's actually, in some respects, better than imp because if you imp something, they can just Jackson it back in. Whereas this, you know it's on the bottom of the deck.
Yep.
And so until you pop a Jackson, it's just sitting there worthless.
Exactly.
And so we see Mike getting the Simviz up. Looks like he's got a stim hack in hand.
Corroder. Now, the interesting thing about playing against Jesminder is the
whatever works.
You do notice that he did install over HQ
because you expect Vamp or Siphon or something like that.
Vamp or Siphon is very popular.
Yeah. Code Siphon, I haven't seen it. Like when she first came out, everyone was like, Code Siphon, let's do it. But it's still just not that great a card.
It's hard to pull off. You need something. You need breakers. Right. I mean, you could, in theory, I guess, siphon them down to 0 and then Code Siphon.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, there's the first breaking news.
No clot, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I guess he gave him the opportunity, I believe.
He's got 4 credits, so...
Could have gone for it. I expect... honestly, Clot most out of Shaper.
Yep.
Like even Anarchs, a lot of them won't run Clot because you have no way of getting it. Your clone chips are really precious these days.
Yep.
But yeah, Shaper is the ideal home for a Clot. Okay, so and he at the turn ago he did float out one of those Quantum Cats, so that would have already set him up for the news team kill. So fortunately, Mike sniped that out of there.
Yep.
Okay, so he has Sansan in there, so the influence has got to be.
I don't know if we're seeing a kill.
Yeah, he may be going for some kind of fast advance. I think if you have Sansan, you have to like drop a Scorch for it, and then you put in a couple Sansan or something like that. But it makes it a little bit less robust. So yeah, it might be. Although we've seen Data Raven, so it's likely a kill.
But just with Traffic Accident,
you would do like 3 Traffic Accident, 2 Scorch, and then use the 4 Scorch off of. 4 Scorch influence to put in Astros and a couple Sansans, I think.
Right, yes. You're right.
Man, just grabbing those cats.
Another one.
And he has Film Critic out, actually, which I guess we will find out whether JJ remembers he has Film Critic.
And he steals it outright.
So he steals that, and then Critic. The Astro script. So yeah, not sure whether he remembered that he had the Film Critic, because normally that's a fail-safe play as Haarpsichord. Right. You just slap him out there and go for it. But in this case, Film Critic neuters it. Which, actually, we were just talking that I think Film Critic is going to see a bit of a comeback because things are kind of shifting Jinteki again with the release of Polina Foods.
Yep.
And a few other things. So
that Future Perfect.
Oh,
that Future Perfect.
I had forgotten how obnoxious it was. So, already at 4 points for Mike. And... the breaking news is on the table, so it'll just take another breaking news score, and then things get real, as we saw a couple games ago.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it looks like he has closed account in hand as well, so...
quite a bit of tag punishment.
A lot of tag punishment. Because actually, that is one of the strategies against this Haarpsichord kill is at the point where you know you can't live too much longer, you just start taking tags, because most of their ice doesn't really do anything. and you say, you're going to kill me anyway, I'm going to steal your agendas in the meantime. So having another way to punish tags, I think, is smart. Oh, and he's playing stealth. And doesn't need any stealth pieces because it's at strength 2. Refractor, I think, Switchblade is good, but it's intensive. Refractor, for me, is probably the best of the stealth breakers.
Absolutely. The worst.
Yes.
Black Cat?
Oh,
the worst one.
Marcus was trying that for a while, and I was like, man, just play Corona.
Yeah. It's really bad.
Yeah. Because I did the math on it, and it doesn't get better until you have, I think, 3 stealth pieces on the board.
Right.
And at that point, everything is good because you have 3 stealth pieces on the board. But I have a spreadsheet floating around somewhere with that in it. So yeah, Mike is getting his breakers up. He knows he can, at this point, just keep poking R&D until he wins the game pretty much, I think.
I mean, I think at this point I would try to go after HQ. Although, I mean, because it's the only... I don't know. You have to give him some pressure on there.
Yeah,
and he only has a Data Raven, which means nothing to Jesminder.
Right. Well, he can still boost the trace to give the on-demand tag, and he's at them. Well, they're kind of on parity in money, so it's a tough call.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's able to find Maya, then I think the play is absolutely go R&D.
Oh yeah.
But at this point, he's still.
That might be nothing in HQ anyway.
Yeah. And honestly, even though JJ's down 4-1, it's really he's got a breaking news score, so he's halfway to the win right now. If that is in fact what he's going for, which I think he is. And so the game is still very tense. And I find whenever I'm playing against Haarpsichord, I just think they must always have the kill in hand.
Right.
Gutenberg. So he just dances through Gutenberg.
Yep.
Jesminder don't care. Which I guess raising the Gutenberg, in case he hits News Team or something like that, it could potentially save him. And he does hit News Team, so it actually is relevant that he res Gutenberg.
-1
so it takes
points.
the -1. Because he could, if it's only 1 tag, then you just take the tag and shake it.
Right.
But for 2 tags, I think it's worth it. So back down to 3 points. Man, a News Team, what an obnoxious card.
It's worse than GQ.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, it costs the corp nothing.
Right.
And it costs the runner everything.
Take from them everything.
Either 4 credits or -1 point. And that's all it is.
Yeah. And actually, that's with NBN. That's kind of
another one. Oh,
what a jerk! It's actually become one of the strategies for NBN these days. Is just econ agenda point denial. Is you have News Team 15 minutes and global food, and suddenly there's way less points for the runner to steal than you can score.
Exactly. And he takes it.
So back to 2 points.
At that point, would you take it or would you?
With the clicks left,
it's only 1 tag.
Yeah, you only take 1 tag. I think I might take the tag, shake it, and then it's on the board at least.
Yep.
And then if it won't go into archives until he installs over it, so you'll at least know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at that point, maybe just take it. And he's not worried. Yeah, it's not like he's going to then hit one of the quantum predictives or anything like that.
Right.
Okay, so installing behind. So normally this would be a play where you'd expect that's quantum predictive behind Data Raven, but Jesminder just goes...
I will steal that quantum predictive model, thank you very much.
I enjoy cats. So Mike calls the bluff here. Oh, it's wraparound, but he's got clone chip for the Ghoda. Goes bopping on through for free.
There it is. Yep.
Got the cloak up. Explodapalooza. And actually, he can just throw that on Film Critic and continue merrily on his way. Yes, because Film Critic does say that you are no longer accessing it. And so even though you normally gain the 5, nothing happens. It just goes on to the Film Critic. She really doesn't like action movies. I thought it was interesting, too, that they put Film Critic in the same pack as Haarpsichord, which was all about on-access stuff. So they gave it its counter right away.
Yep. I remember when that card first came out, it was brutal. I tried an Argus deck, and that card, that card just killed me.
Yeah. It hasn't been as heavily played as I thought it was going to, but it's always lurking out there at the worst moments. Like whenever you're playing Wayland, suddenly Film Critic shows up everywhere. And actually, it is more relevant against NEH these days because they do have Explodapalooza instead of NAPD. I guess it was relevant against NAPD as well, but they have things that you do want a Film Critic in pretty much every faction, except for I guess HB. They don't really have anything these days that you care about.
It's difficult to steal. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think the Explodapalooza is a good swap for NAPD?
I've been liking it because actually, especially in kind of both flavors of NBN, in the fast advance, you would usually kind of run really tight to the line on credits.
Okay.
And so sometimes it'll give you that burst to get up where you can fast advance out. Right. It doesn't have the effect like NAPD where you used to slow the runner down. Now it speeds you up. But in kill decks, I think it's actually quite good, especially if you're leaning on mid-seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Grabs the cat because he's just walks past Gutenberg. So yeah, normally that would be a pretty secure R&D. Mm-hmm. You've got Gutenberg up, and actually that was the last quantum predictive, I think.
Yeah, you got all three of them.
You got all three. That's an achievement right there. And so he's on 3. He's got another 2 sitting on the board. Getting close to it here, and plays the Plascrete. So with Plascrete and keeping a full hand, killing through that becomes challenging. And so that is the thing about the Haarpsichord decks is that unless you get it out really fast, the runner can just play Plascrete, and that protects them from most of the kill, unless you can keep them tagged for multiple turns. So JJ likely thinking about what his out is here.
He has very few outs at this point. And again, we saw a Haarpsichord deck, and
so he does go for the midseason, and because he stole that quantum predictive last turn.
Yep,
and he's got a money advantage. So this will stick a bunch of tags, and it looks like he's taking a pile. So actually, if he has the Psycho Beal as another out, I know some of the kill decks will run just a one-off Psychographics,
right?
Especially if you're using midseason. Oh, and he trashes the Film Critic, which unfortunately just puts the Explodapalooza back in his archives. So unless he has Jackson, Mike will just go grab that again, I guess. And crediting up.
But at this point, it'll also give him $5.
True, yeah, exactly. It's money again, which is what you need. Although he's mid... Well, no, I guess, he has mid-season, but if he is running Psycho, it gives him the money to then score out a big Beal, because I think I saw a Beal in his hand, actually. So Mike... sitting on 3, so we can.
Is that Psychographics?
I couldn't tell. I think I might have seen one in there. So he may be running that. Although Clod is on the table, so he'd have to clear. Oh, so he does have Clod in his deck. So he just chose not to use it earlier in the game.
That's strange.
Huh? Especially that first breaking news. Yeah. You really want to stop. That's interesting. Okay, so we see him dumping. So he knows how he can get to 5 points.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of grabbing one more agenda on Mike's part. Oh yeah, he's tagged up. So if he has, and he's on full hand, so that gives him 9 health essentially. Mm-hmm. So if he I guess even if he had Traffic, Scorch, that still doesn't kill him.
Right.
So he has to almost throw the kill pieces, Jackson them back in, and do it all again.
I think JJ's looking to score at this point.
Yeah, just especially if he does have that Psychographics that we thought we saw. Okay, so he clears the Clot, so that makes me think that he has Psychographics and is just going to try to win off of that.
Yeah, but with 4 credits though, he's not going to.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while because he needs a 6-point Beal, which is I think 11 advancements. Yes, so he needs a little bit of money,
and he also needs to find a way to give Mike some more tags.
Oh yeah, I guess he's only on 6 tags. It looks like, so that's not quite enough. So you get up to like a 7-point Beal, which is pretty good, but it's not good enough at this point in the game. But it looks like there's a clone ship. Oh, Freelancer.
Oh,
nails it. Okay. So that was the same old thing going to potentially get him. We haven't seen a ton of events out of Mike, so I don't know.
No, he pitched the stim hack.
Yeah, because at this point, you don't really need the money. You can get an R&D whenever you want.
Yep.
Just moneying up some more. So yeah, he's got actually JJ's got quite a bit of, well, at least 2 pieces of extra tag punishment we've seen: the freelancer and the closed accounts.
Right.
And then that definitely is psychographics in his hand. So once he can get up to sufficient money and tags, which I don't think Mike at this point will take more tags, because he's
as Jesminder. No, I mean that Gutenberg's not going to give him.
Oh,
a tag.
Siphon. All right, well, maybe not.
He'll have 2 more tags at least.
And he has clone chip, so he could clone. He doesn't have memory though, so I was gonna say he can't clone chip for anything that'll get him double Data Raven.
Nah.
Woof.
All right, he'll take 3 more tags.
So even you might even need to let the Siphon fire. Although you want to keep him low so he can't just kill you or Psycho out. Oh, so letting him get the counters.
Yep.
Dodges 1 tag, takes 1 off the second Data Raven.
Now, as JJ, would you pump at all?
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you just dump the rest of your money into the Data Raven, right? You're gonna end up at 0 anyway.
Right. Why give him? Although
unless he had agendas in hand, he might want to entice Mike to take the credits.
Right.
Because since he knows there's an Explodapalooza sitting in archives,
right,
he's got to be nervous about just losing outright. And there's that closed accounts we saw.
Yep.
Fun times.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, he knows he has closed accounts in his hand. I don't know why he just didn't.
Has Mike seen the closed accounts at this point?
No. Oh, I mean, he just played it, but yeah, I mean, he didn't see it.
Yeah, so he could. I guess he didn't know until. But
that's
again,
that's a card that's definitely underplayed. I think.
Yeah, yeah. It was played a lot when Criminal was popular because of Siphon. I think there aren't quite as many runners that are floating tags. I wouldn't say, and most of the ones that are DLR decks that have no money anyway.
Right. Right.
But no, it's a very solid card. It's one of those ones, though, that's always kind of like on the bubble of card number 50 or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It's the card you cut.
Yeah. Okay, so he does have the second breaking news. But Mike has access to Clot.
He's got no money.
And he is. Oh, yeah, so that is a turn where he could have gone for second breaking news, which gives him the news cycle online.
For more tags.
Oh yeah, I guess he's already I guess he's already well tagged. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that would stick 2 more tags, which gives him closer to the psychographics, I guess.
This looks like hedge fund.
Okay, so now he is getting into threatening money because Mike did take. Actually, he's sitting on I think 9 tags now because he took 3 during that account siphon.
Yes.
Oh, and he puts his hand down face up. Whoops. Hey, it's breaking news. So checking it looks like tough to tell down there at the bottom. It looks like okay. So he grabs the Explodapalooza, puts in the 5.
Give him $5.
And there was a new cycle. Mike doesn't care. Get that stuff out of here.
Did Mike even look at his hand?
Oh,
let's see
he's got Artist Colony.
Oh,
and so he sells the 2 news teams, and that's the game.
Beautiful.
Wow, nicely done. And that. So, question though, does he have to have the money to install something from Artist Colony, or can you always just trigger the search?
You can trigger the search by getting rid of them and looking for an event. Because you look for a card, you cannot install a card. Yeah. So you look for you find your event, you can't install the card, and so you just shuffle your deck.
I see.
Back
Okay,
up.
so you can always trigger it even if there's nothing to install and you have no money.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, that is definitely a way out. And I guess, a lot of those last turns was Mike just digging to get that.
To get the Artist Colony,
it was one of the low cards in the deck. And we'll be moving right along to the second game of the second round here. So we will see you in just a bit.